I'm going to share with you on this video how I monetized my channel in 33 days. Hey loves, welcome to my channel. Today, we're going to jump right in. We gotta get busy. We gotta get busy. So I'm going to need you to hit pause. Go get something to write with so you can take some great notes or something to type with. I'm gonna work on task because you know your girl can get long-winded, but it's important that I share as much information and perspective as I can on this journey. I'm going to share with you how I monetize my channel in 33 days. So let's jump in. YouTube is this amazing platform where you have an opportunity to come across so much information. You know, there are so many different types of channels, channels with faces like mine, and then you have faceless channels. There's you know, all these different niches. And so there's such a broad range of the type of content on YouTube, and which then lends to tremendous opportunity for us to step onto this platform. With that being said, it's extremely competitive. There are almost 4 million videos that are uploaded to YouTube on a daily basis. So for you to get 1 view, it's a big deal. For you to have 2 views and 5 views, it's really a big deal. And I think oftentimes we can get discouraged when we are not, you know, seeing the traction that we feel that the time and effort that we put in on a video deserves, right? And so that can be discouraging, but I want to encourage you that there is just so much competition on a daily basis on YouTube that the fact that you took time to create the video, come up with the concept, do your research, you know, have an idea, expound on that idea, film that video, edit that video, and upload that video is a big deal. And I want to take a moment to just celebrate that because it's not easy to do. It's not easy to sit in front of a camera, open your life up, your thoughts, your past experiences, your traumas, your successes, your day-to-day to the world and everything that comes with that. So I just want to take a moment just to celebrate those of you that are stepping on the platform, and those of you that are considering it. I hope that this is a guide, a video that you will find helpful. So so we've got these requirements with YouTube, right? You have to have 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours so that you can monetize. And that is not an easy task. April 24th of 2024, I uploaded my first video to my YouTube channel. I made a decision that I wanted to get paid on YouTube, plain and simple. And so, you know, it's a little bit of a process to figure out what your real goal is, right? My goal is to reach more people, to heal, help others grow, and help them thrive. And with the goal of also monetizing this channel and creating significant streams of income, which we know can happen through YouTube, which is why we're all here. So I made that decision. I uploaded my first video. That first video was on manifestation and the law of attraction. That video is still on my channel. Take a look at it from a perspective of watching the evolution, right? On where I started and how I evolved. It required a great deal out of me to accomplish a goal of monetizing my channel 6 months from starting it. But the changes that I made, and I'm going to talk about those changes in just a minute. Once I made those changes, from that day to monetization was 33 days, right? And so I had this trial and error process of all the things I went through over the course of that 5 months to get to this space. And so if I can give you a roadmap to help you kind of fast track it, this is kind of what this video is about. It's how to help you kind of take these tips, analyze, and implement based on your niche, and come up with a formula for success and get it done. That's what this video is about. So yes, in me remaining transparent, I did my first video and I uploaded that first video 6 months exactly from the day I monetized my channel, right? April 24th was the first upload, and October 24th was the day I monetized. And I took myself from a video, a schedule of 3 to 4 videos a month to putting it absolutely in high gear to upload 13 long form videos in the month of October, which is the month that I monetized. And the reason I made that shift, and I'm not suggesting everyone can do that, but some of the organizational techniques that I used made it easier for me to do that. And I'm going to share those in a little bit. And so, by batching my content, by organizing let me just go ahead and share them now. Batching my content, by studying other content creators and watching how they actually formatted their videos was the inspiration that I needed to kind of organize my content. So as I created content while I was out, while I was cooking, while I was at events, I created short form and long form video content for the purpose of using it to create lifestyle vlogs. And I honestly really didn't start my channel really being clear on what it is I was going to do. I knew I wanted to talk about self-care. I knew I wanted to talk about lifestyle. And important to me on this journey is that as I help others, as I help other women, it is feeding my heart's desire to help others stand up. And so it's fulfilling for me. And so the thing about YouTube is you have to be prepared, and you're doing the work with no money. You're doing this work and you're working hard to learn new skills, to better yourself, to tighten your game, and there's no income, right? And so you have to be passionate about the things that you're going to talk about on your platform, because you're doing it with the expectation of future rewards. And the rewards come in multiple things. It comes in, finding your community of people and having a voice that's heard and helping others and monetizing and creating streams of income for yourself and your family. In my commitment to get to that goal, I just dialed it all the way in. And I'm not saying that once I reorganized myself and really made myself a lot more efficient, it was easier for me to batch create my content as I went. The thing that's going to be really important in terms of techniques and strategies that I used was, once you kind of batch create your content and organize your content in your phone, right? Because we're talking about, the first video I did, I talked about using your cell phone. If you have a vlogging camera, great. I have a vlogging camera and I just find it easier, and I'm using that phone every day. So I have actually 2 phones that I use for filming. But the other part of it was I created albums within my phone to organize my content. And that took me probably a week or so, spending a few hours every day for a week to week and a half to really get that organized. And then as I went, I actually now, as I start creating content for vlogs, I upload those videos and those parts of the videos directly to CapCut. So I go into CapCut and I organize my vlogs, I label them, and as I create the content, I upload the video to that particular vlog. And that I use the same intro and outro, and it makes it a lot easier because I now have this format that I use that helps me stay better organized, but more importantly, it allows my viewers to have a consistent experience with me, right? And so in order to attract your viewers to keep coming back, they're coming back with the expectation of seeing something similar or something that aligns with what they looked at before. As you're trying to figure that out and what your content is going to look like, you may be a little random. You know, there were times where I felt like I was just throwing spaghetti against the wall, and I was trying to kind of figure it out. And so, you know, those are some of the things that are going to be like really important to help you with this goal of getting to a more consistent schedule and consistent experience for your viewers, right? And not only your viewers, but YouTube. So YouTube has to and will categorize you based on the content you're pushing out. So if one day you're building a house and the other day you're, I don't know, doing something random that doesn't align with that, it's very confusing, not only to your viewers, but also confusing to YouTube. So creating a consistent content schedule, aligning with your video titles and descriptions, all those things, your thumbnail game, all those things are really important. Aligning with YouTube's guidelines, all those things are going to be really important in what you put out there, right? So there was a strategy that I implemented. So it's April, May, June, July. In July, I came across this content creator. Her name is Sonia. Amazing soul. She lives in Nigeria and she puts out a lot of really great content. And I came across one of her videos on how to get to 1,000 subscribers fast. And so I watched it and I was like, okay, well, I can implement this strategy. And the strategy was taking short form content that was trending from other platforms, sharing it on your YouTube short platform by adding some commentary or, if it's a funny video, making comments to it or something like that and uploading it. And so that was amazing. I saw tremendous growth on my views on my channel. I would have videos that had 18,000, 14,000, 10,000 views, where on my long form, the best video I think at that point I had was maybe 1,000 views. And then I had put out a video shortly after, I think in a hair video, I think in July, that got somewhere around 2,500 views. And at that point, for me to have videos that were getting 10,000, 14,000, 18,000 views, that was remarkable for me. And so I was picking up subscribers and I was trying to find short form content that aligned with my long form, so that way I could connect the short form with the long form video that I had on my website. And in theory, it sounds like a really great strategy, but let me tell you what happened in my experience. And I cannot speak for everyone, but this was my experience and why I actually stopped doing it, because it just wasn't effective for me. And so although I was gaining subscribers, what was happening was there was no direct correlation with those 14,000 views and those subscribers going over to my long form video. There was very little conversion on short form views over to long form views and then subscribers. There was no direct correlation between the amount of views I got on my shorts and whether a viewer subscribed. The numbers were actually very low on viewers that were subscribing. And people aren't coming to my channel because they're interested in my content. I'm kind of getting them over because of this funny video or this amazing dance video. But the content that my channel is designed to support a viewer in or on is not anything that those viewers are interested in. So it began sending a message to YouTube that people weren't interested in my content. And that's really what started happening. And I also experienced subscribers leaving my channel because, again, I brought them over because of this amazing video that was funny, hilarious, and this great dance video, but nothing really correlated on the other side. And so they had no interest in staying if they subscribed. So as I kind of analyzed my channel, and that's a really important part of this process, is that you have constantly be looking at your analytics on YouTube Studio. So you really need to go into Studio, look at your analytics. They send you reports where you can get some really good data or really good information on what your channel is doing, how it's doing, and opportunities for improvement. I go through July doing that. I'm doing it in August, and September 4th, I say no mas, no more. I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm looking at my analytics and they're just going in the wrong direction. They're not getting any better and stronger. They're actually getting worse. And so I ended up having a conversation with my girlfriend that's a content creator, and we kind of talked about it, and I said, this is what I'm noticing and this is what I'm seeing. And so because someone, again, is going to these short forms videos, they're going to my shorts, they're not interested in the content that I had on my channel. So September 4th, I decided to stop it. Not only did I stop, I went in and scrubbed my videos on content that it really had what I felt was really low numbers or topics that I really just didn't want to necessarily be aligned with. And so I removed those. So in removing it, I also lost probably half of my watch hours that I had. So when you delete the video, you lose the watch hours that you've gained on the channel. That's September. I push out 4 videos, and I'm kind of finding my way. And in October, like I said, I decided I was going to dial it all the way in. And dial it all the way in is full commitment. And I think there were I remember one particular Monday in October, I pushed out 3 videos that day. And so I'm spending less time having to organize myself. I'm getting better in how I'm filming my videos because I now have a consistent format I'm following, right? So I'm spending less time editing, and I can push out videos that are cleaner, that are consistent. Not only consistent for me, but it is offering a consistent experience to my viewer. The music is the same, the intro is the same, the fonts are the same. I've made decisions on this, and it's made it easier for me to create the content. And then in the evenings, I was spending time studying other YouTubers' channels, looking at their layouts, looking at their formats, looking at how they sat in the room, where did they sit, what was the flow of that video, what did the comments look like. And so I made it my business to be about the business of YouTube. Everyone has these other things that they do, and so you've accomplished goals, you have mastered your crafts and your trades. YouTube is no different. And so don't allow what you don't know to intimidate you. Just get out here and find it, because it's out here. You just have to click a couple of clicks to your computer, your laptop, your phone, and all of this information is available to you. And sometimes we don't know what to research and ask, but just start with the basics. Who are the top content creators in this particular area that you're interested in? I use ChatGPT and I use Gemini a lot, and I use that to help me kind of organize my thoughts and my scripts. And I don't necessarily use the script verbatim, but it may give me an idea of how to intro, how to introduce my channel, how to introduce myself, so there are all these things that you can use. And so great. So now we're at a place where the channel is monetized. I'm 2 weeks into monetization, and what that looks like is there are a couple of avenues for streams of income once you become a YouTube partner, right? And so once you're accepted into the YouTube partnership program. And so once you get to the 1,000 subscribers and you accomplish the 4,000 watch hours, then you have to apply. That process can take a number of days. And what YouTube is doing is verifying you, looking at your content, making sure that there is nothing that is in violation of their community rules and guidelines. And then the other part of that is kind of scrubbing all your content to find out if it's monetizable, because that's the other thing, right? Do you have copyright violations with music and all these other things that could be an issue, and that will directly impact your ability to monetize that particular video. So we want to avoid those things. And so ad revenue is one, and ad revenue is when you do a video, someone clicks on it as when the ads roll through your video. So when people click on the ads, you actually receive income from that. Another way that you can earn revenue once you're monetized is channel memberships. And you can offer exclusive perks and benefits to this membership group and charge a monthly fee. You can connect your store to your YouTube channel, so then you can create income through that. And then you have an opportunity to have super chats and super stickers for your viewers. And when they purchase those things, you receive compensation. And lastly, brand collabs. That's something that is an opportunity. I'm actually standing in 3 luxury brand opportunities, and I'm less than 2 weeks monetized. And so one of them have already, we've already come into agreement about what the partnership is going to look like. I've already received the products, and I already have the schedule and plan in place that I've outlined for the collabs that I have to do, videos, integrations that I have to do with that luxury brand. So, and that's super exciting. And being able to connect with the community of people that you have been working to reach is so extremely rewarding. And keeping a schedule, even with responding to comments, is important. Just like you need a schedule for filming, editing, uploading, and brainstorming, you need a schedule for when you're going to follow up with your viewers. I generally, and some of you have noticed this in my pattern, my messages and responses usually come between midnight and 3 in the morning. And it's because I'm either just finishing up editing and working my day, or I've gotten up and I've allocated that time to be able to respond to each and every message, because it's important that I do that. Some questions may require a very detailed response, and oftentimes I hear from my viewers, wow, thank you so much for taking time to give me so much detail, because it matters. This is something that I've worked hard for the last 6 months to manifest. I'm not gonna bail on my girls. I just not who I am. And so I will ask for grace, because what I do try to do is go in and respond to messages every other day. Because the thing is, as your channel begins to grow, you're responding to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of messages. And so it's an amazing experience to stand in, but just like that, you have to schedule yourself. The thing that I do that's really important in my planning and scheduling is I have a books just for my content for YouTube and content planning and brainstorming ideas. I call it brain dumping, and this is where all my brain dumping goes. So every column represents a different vlog. And then I take my notes. When I'm inspired on a topic, I just make a note of it and add to those notes and then move on. And then I'm really led and inspired by which video or goes out next, I should say. And then the other thing that I use that's really great is Craft. I use the free version of the platform. I don't really have a need, or there's nothing that I've needed to do except print sometimes that the basic level service doesn't allow you to do, but I could copy paste it into a Word document. I don't have to pay to be able to print it. There's another platform that's really good, and I used it for a little while. It's called ClickUp, and that they have a free platform as well that works really well. I just prefer Craft. So between my notebook that I keep with me all the time, and I make sure that I purchase a notebook that can actually fit down in all of my bags, because I just always have to have it, because you don't know when you're going to get a download from the universe, and I got to be able to write that down. And then I use my device with Craft, and here you can see that I've got photos and text, and so it helps me really have a very clear glance, like a whiteboard, electronic whiteboard of everything that I have before me. And it helps me maintain creativity, and helps me not feel like I'm pushing out the same kind of videos all the time, because that's really important to be authentic with your content that you're creating. Kind of separated all the key components. I'd love to hear your feedback. I'd love to hear what's working for you, what questions you have, what platforms you're using. I want to encourage you to keep going, because the thing about breaking through on the other side, you don't know how close you are. And we are often closer than we think. And so you have everything it takes to win. If you're unsure, reach out to me, reach out to someone else that you may know that is a content creator. People are willing to help. You just have to ask for the help. Look, the goal is to live our soft lives. And in living our soft life, we're saying no to doing things the hard way, right? We want things that are going to be easy to allow us to just flow. This video is designed to give you an overview of the things that you need to do to make this a lot easier for you, so that you can live and stand in. So not live, but so you can stand in your soft life. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know what questions you have. If there's something that I've shared that's not clear, please send me a message. You guys know I respond to messages. I'm grateful for each and every one of you. I know that you have everything it takes, and you are capable of more than you think. I'll see you on the next video.